Hello and welcome. Only a small tech issue. We said it. Only a minor one. About to get underway. It's ENCE who take on Monte. It's Monte's map pick to kickstart us. Anubis is our first playground.
Yep, starting off on that T side as well. We'll see whether this benefits them. It's currently the stronger side. And Monte are no pushovers on this map. They really do know what they're doing. Waro going to open up the first head of Sun Pius. Snappi in behind, trying to get a catch. He's retaking a little bit of control into such a pivotal area, but they are going to overwhelm him. Lurking presence of SDY. And now only two left. The pistol looking pretty good here for Monte. Are some kind of heroics. Two of the stronger players for sure. Diha still alive. Always looks good on the pistols. Brings it down to a 2v2. And there's a kit available for Valde here. This is suddenly not looking good. Waro's got to be careful on this P250. Meanwhile, Diha still finding heads. He's just too damn strong. Valde clips off Waro. And out of nowhere, the 2v5 comes off for ENCE.
Oh my god, Diha. That's seriously crisp from him. I think question has to be asked towards Monte. How have they thrown that? Even just parking themselves up, playing the post plant passive, would have won them that round just on time alone. Yes, there was a kit in play, but it could have just been a nuisance. Doesn't work. Doesn't make a difference. And Diha single-handedly has made the difference. Of course, Valde coming in for support too. 3 kills for Diha's name and set the CT side up with a lot of money to work with. Double M4 in play. FAMAS, double MP9. Of course, over to Monte. Bomb plant gives them cash. Not flourishing, but at least enough to buy themselves in towards Galil's.
So, mid's been pretty important in terms of control. ENCE may well have been working on a map like Anubis in the same way that Monte have, right? The level that they generally play at, it'd be good to have this map in their back pocket and give it a go.
Agreed.
See if they can't change up their permaban a little bit maybe as well. Yeah, some rebuilding certainly required from ENCE. But Monte, like I say, 7 played at the moment, which is quite a bit, all things considered. There's a lot of teams in Tier 2 that do permaban it. So Monte playing at every opportunity that they get. And so far, they are yet to lose against opponents of their same level. That's the big thing, of course.
I've got to say, I mean, this Monte side, since the addition of Sunday Young there, just looks so clean. Diha, gotta be tested. We'll pass the first, not the second. Quick trade by the man we just mentioned, SDY. Oh, I think Valde might have lagged out there. That was looking like he was AFK or not aware. And with the typing in the chat, that might be text coming through. That's unfortunate. DemQQ might get a bit of a freebie here as the MP9 pair around the corner. But with tech issues, I think ENCE will just keep hold of what they've got, or maybe even upgrade and fall away. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, because for Valde, that was a bit of a freebie.
It was indeed. I think he would have at least got one from that position. Pretty egregious looking. Definitely worse than yesterday. I don't know whether I clocked anyone sort of stood still not doing anything yesterday. Maden lads a dink. Will lose his life, unfortunately, but 2 rifles saved across for ENCE. Monte winning out the force buy, but indeed we might have another pause here. Not quite sure what is fully causing the issue on the ENCE side, but something's not going right. Yeah,
no, it's unfortunate. Checking in with admins and just seeing it seems like tech issues, lag spikes again. ETA, we do not know. Unfortunate, I think it's safe to say. I mean, this one couldn't have been long, could have been short. Hopefully, this is a fix that is relatively quick, but I got to feel for ENCE. They had all of these problems yesterday. I know Sprout had massive problems as well yesterday, and of course, they ended up losing out. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough to say the least, and I think hopefully for ENCE is something that gets fixed. But you know, this is 2 days in a row now, and apparently a bit of a long-lasting problem. So you can already hope that a fix is found. Not bad for Monte though. Tying the game up 1 apiece means that they, of course, now start to run away with a little bit of that early momentum. The force round always more important than the pistol anyway. Just gotta hope that maybe this thing is underway. I think Scriv, probably our best plan of action is to just drop this one in towards a break. It's looking like we could be here for a little while, and rather than us endlessly talking about nothing, we'll throw it to a break. We'll hopefully be back as soon as we can, of course, fully out of our hands. We'll try and keep you updated, but for now, we'll have to just see what happens in a moment.
this place. I like to play some games. I can see right through your face. Focused on you like X-rays. But I've never seen you in this place. I like to play some games. I can see right through your face. Focused on you like X-rays. sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Backpack, Kippen und Drinks gegen Tristesse. Großstadtbild, komm ich nicht weg. Kopf fragt, mach kein Pisstest, nein. Ich will nicht auf deine Party gehen, nein. Engel und Teufel tanzen schwanzig. Von deinen Lippen tropft der Chardonnay. Ich küss ihn weg, bevor du schlafen gehst. Sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Faded auf den Wohnzimmerdielen. Baby, sag, wieso sind wir hier? Kann sein, dass wir den Boden verlieren. Wir heben ab morgens um 4. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. can't explain. I can't explain it. I go insane when we get naked. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show me love. Don't give up on us, don't give up on love. Don't give up on us, don't give up on love.
Don't adjust your monitors. It seems like we're okay and we should be getting this show on the road. We're going live momentarily. I mean, first of all, we can apologize. It's not our fault. There was something to do wrong with the servers, but I think it seems like we're all good to go. Scriv, it's been about an hour.
Yeah, mate. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? You're definitely coming in with the glass half full, but yeah, if any issues persist after this, I have no idea what we're going to do, to be quite honest. So yeah, just, you know, we say touch wood in the UK is our nice little good luck thing, but do whatever you do.
Pray for us.
Yeah, maybe say a quick one to Gaben if anyone's got him on the speed dial. Anyway, we're back into the action. Of course, Monte had won the force buy before we left, so that's the game state that we're in. They're on a very good buy here, and then we've got ENCE on a much weaker one. Ooh, D-Hard trying to find the head. He does come close there, you know, but SDY going to take him down.
I'm wondering as well what these two sides are doing. It's been an hour, right? You know, have any of them iced off? You always, you know, you have your very specific warm-up routines, getting ready for a game, whether it's, you know, playing some scrims, 1,000 kills and DM, whatever it is. It's been an hour break now, waiting for this to happen. I'm wondering if anyone's going to be a little bit cold. Hands not exactly ready for this game, and it can maybe have an effect. Of course, for Monte, winning that force buy puts them in quite a good position. Win this one, they're locked in to take a couple of rounds before response.
Yeah, and we really have to cast our mind back to the fact that this map is really solid for Monte. So, ENCE, it's unfortunate, but they will, in a way, be kicking themselves that they're not able to retrieve the conversions here because, you know, T-side very strong on this map, and Monte, I'm really, really looking forward to the game that they're going to show us here. I think they've been doing a lot of work on this map. Second kill comes in, that'll be Maden taken down. 5v3 then. It might just be an idea to save what they have. There's a Galil save through from the previous round, I believe, for Snappi. Things like that will just be carried over into the next round as Monte will put 2 on the board here.
Yeah, good work. I mean, you sort of expected it in a way. Does mean that ENCE at least have something to work with in towards the next, but Monte are starting to get a bit of a stranglehold of this game in its early doors stage. Very, very early right now, but, you know, anything they're finding, especially after such an extensive break, will absolutely take. Valdo will find 1 damage as well dealt on towards him, but he walks away with a kill. It's important. Potentially a rifle to be scooped up too. Oh my gosh, the nade nearly sees them off. Sunbayong should. No problems asked. That can be an AK brought back into the hands of the T side if he can find it. And he will. And of course, it'll be Monte up to their second, taking a lead in this game for the first time. ENCE, of course, heading into round number 4, we can't really expect too much of a buy from them. It was a bit of a full buy in towards the previous. Nothing came of it. Now we see them just sit around that 2k mark, have money to work with, but essentially, on paper, should be giving up a third over towards Monte. But it does seem, you know, the touch wood, the prayers to Gaben, we've had a round without any tech issues, which it's just rare, so we'll take them.
Yeah. Hallelujah indeed. But yeah, we'll see. There's still a couple scary weapons here for ENCE. They do need to be careful of how they move from here. Nice little flash out to try and give Sunpius an opportunity in for a frag, a labored spray down, and D-Hard to finish it through the smoke. Again, these types of rounds, they'll be happy to get any sort of damage that they can. make Monte sweat a little bit. P250 of Valde does come close, but no cigar. And it will just be Snappi remaining. So, at least in terms of the actual weaponry, Maden is also standing, but one would assume not for much longer. There you go. Meets the business end of Boros. And Monte have the run of the mill here to just plant wherever they like.
Yeah, Snappi. Get a kill or two. That'll be lovely. Silver lining's not going to make a difference this round. Bomb we picked up. And I assume it kind of looks like they're setting up over towards A. Two players are quite advanced there, but they may just be waiting. Yeah, for that bomb to rotate over. So I think they're expecting Snappi to be over towards B. He is actually very close towards A. But kRaSnaL towards the head. Would have been enough. Only gets a tag. And he will fall. Now they can just double back towards B as they know where the last remaining man is.
Yep. Easy as you like. Off angle here from DemQQ should be enough to see it off. And it is indeed. So the third round in for Monte looking pretty smooth in these early rounds. Going to have another buyout from ENCE, expecting big things from this because T-side momentum is really dangerous on this map. And I'll just keep reiterating it. I think, you know, I've seen them play it. They look really, really solid on this one, Monte. I don't think that they're bothered. They're playing, you know, ENCE who are a bit shakier, irregardless of technical issues and all that stuff. They have not been looking good the past couple months.
Oh, I agree. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, dangerous, dangerous territory here in these next few rounds. Really going to set the tone.
I've got to say, I'm quite interested as well that ENCE decided to go on towards CT. I think a lot of teams have been preferring the T side of Anubis, and it's a map in which generally sort of feels like it's leaning over towards that T side too. You dictate the pace and the tempo, and it's much easier for that T side to get map control. I think for ENCE, I've seen a lot of sides really falter early doors on this CT side. And of course, as that CT economy can be quite hard to keep in check too, it's sort of a multitude of problems building up.
Flashes through mid. SDY making a fair amount of noise, so they will know that he's here, but maybe his job a little later on is to cut off the rotations. We'll see. Waro looking to join him. Smoke comes in. Counter nades. Oh, spray down is clean from Dihar. Takes very little damage there as well. Finds himself another as Waro tries to trade out. So looking good here for ENCE. 5 on 3. And the A hold is yet to really be tested on this one. Yeah, looking all too easy, to be honest with you. kRaSnaL and DemQQ to move around the corners. Flashes are sound, but they just don't have the manpower at the moment. Boros will find Valde. Nice headshot onto the first. Rotations and crunches coming in here. They've got to move fast on this T side. They've got a flank coming round. DemQQ, yep, dead to rights. Bomb plant will come. Oh, no, he actually cancels, does Boros. Oh, spins around to find another. Brings it into the 1v1. He's not ready for Snappi on the flank, though. How have we even gotten into this position? Boros, an absolute monster, and he's got plenty of time to go. A, what? I mean, B, all the same, what a call. Oh, my goodness. How did we end up here now?
Fair play. Boros. Now in that 1 versus 1, he's got to be expecting Snappi wolves on that rotation. The only angle he hasn't cleared. The question is, he's heard him now. 1 versus 1, spotting him out. They both know where each other are. A nade comes through as well, but Boros, far enough back there, doesn't really affect him. Still in the 1 versus 1. Snappi spoke on towards the bomb. Look to tap. Will he stick it? No, he doesn't. And Boros expecting, hoping that is the case. He's running out of ammo, but can he find the kill? Time is ticking. I think Boros done enough. He takes a tag, but Snappi's given up. Boros has won the round for 1 versus, well, 3 essentially towards the end, and Snappi couldn't find him.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible round coming in from Boros. That spin around on the 180 just shows the mechanical prowess of this guy. Still only, I think, 17, maybe 18 at this point, but incredibly young. Incredibly talented and still developing, I think, is the big thing. He wasn't quite developed enough for endpoint.
Agreed.
But here in Monte, he's really picking up steam, and he's such a monster. He really is.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think with endpoint, it was clear to see his ability. Maybe just, you know, young, right, slightly immature. Not exactly what endpoint we're looking for, but in terms of fragging ability, no one ever questioned it. That's another prime example. Wow, what a round. Of course, it's left ENCE. We've just that one save M4A1S in towards this round. So again, we're sort of expecting Monte to just continue to run away with the control right now.
Yeah, really difficult round to stomach if you are ENCE. They will be on the half by here, and yeah, this, like I say, setting the tone early on is really dangerous to allow Monte to get such speed and such a big round like that. Is going to continue to add to the morale issue that ENCE have been feeling the past couple of days. Very surprising that they're even here, and they've just shown that they are very vulnerable. And Monte, for my money, a much better team than Honoris. And they're starting to show that very early on, already up to 5-1.
Yeah, decent lead building up. Things looking very clean right now for Monte. Of course, it's because that's what I was saying. I think for ENCE, that choice to start towards the CT side, I slightly question it a bit. I think for them, when, like I said, we saw this a lot yesterday. This is a side that, when their backs are against the wall and they start to struggle, they just go back to the fundamentals. They rely on the aim. The likes of your Dihas, Maden, Val, they're all able to kind of, you know, single-handedly make a difference in the fragging department. Some players, well, he may have been quiet so far today. He's someone that we know can have an effect. But, yeah, this side, they chose to go towards CT, and they're struggling to get a read in towards Monte. And it's come out to bite them. It's already quite a healthy lead starting to be built up.
Bit slower in this round, not as aggressive as some of the previous ones from Monte. They make noise outside of A. Got Valde to deal with over there. Waro helping out with a flash, but needs to get this AWP activated on the T side. Very unsure on this Monte side. They're trying to look, I would imagine, for a textbook A play, but they are kind of faking things out here. A lot of nades coming over the top. Gonna get, ooh, 2 in on the site, 2 on the rotation to help out. They are as yet to see anyone, but ENCE are playing to the tune of Monte, as it were. This is really, really solid stuff.
Yeah, maden will talk, right? So they're young. Doesn't clear him properly. There's the first kill. Quick trade and a double, in fact, as Waro and kRaSnaL combine. Diha will find a freebie on towards Boros, but still, trying to find a second is going to be tough as he's smoked out.
Yeah, doing his homework, hasn't he? Great little spot there. Might be able to cancel the plant, but unfortunately, nothing quite landing. DemQQ on the flank here. Absolutely pivotal. Valde reading for it as well. Oh my goodness, DemQ's so fast to find his head, however. And now they have another thing to worry about. He's not even going to activate the flank. Just the threat of it is enough at this point. Some Pious and Diha are going to move to save here. Will be a sick for Monte. Oh, ENCE, they're struggling. They're really struggling.
Another round, really, as well, where for ENCE, they're never really in the competition, are they? I mean, they find a couple of kills, but the impact in towards the round itself, it's just not that great. Really isn't that great. Quite a deficit being built up, and for Monte, they are so happy just to keep, you know, trundling along, keep ticking over, no problems asked. Attack pause called, and you got to say, a bit of a necessity right now for ENCE. They are, well, not even losing control. They've lost control of this game. And they can't seem to scrape back any sort of success, especially in this first half. This will be an absolute massacre on map number 1. And then we head in towards Nuke. And again, we start to ask sort of, you know, questions there of ENCE. This could end up being quite a messy affair. Monte don't mind a bit of Nuke as well. I've got to say, 15 times they have played Nuke in the past 3 months. I mean, it's their second most played map after Mirage, which of course was insta-banned by ENCE. So, you know, they're going in towards, of course, Anubis, we probably safely say is their favorite map. Mirage, their most played map with a great percentage. Nuke's in the top 3 for them. So Monte don't mind it at all. And of course, as we mentioned yesterday, 16-11 Honoris took down ENCE. So we know that this ENCE side are beatable on Nuke. They flatlined yesterday in that final map of the series. So it does worry me. ENCE, if they can't compete in Anubis, this series could be over in a flash, and ENCE could get knocked out of this tournament. This is the lower bracket.
Monte looking hungry for it this afternoon, aren't they? Especially after our break. They're really just wanting to play the Counter-Strike and enjoy themselves. ENCE feel like they have a bit more to prove. And already the tensile kind of strength of this ENCE team is not looking too great. Maden, however, from the back end of jail, solidly stands strong. Gonna find himself 3, in fact. Looking very good on the A1S. And they tried to go for a faster round here. Still got some dangerous members alive. But Maden is actually on for the ace. And he's gonna get it. Massive round, nothing too flashy, just makes it look easy. They couldn't deal with him from that jail position, called such because it's so hard to get out of. Well, if you keep the bullets firing on, apparently you can battle your way out.
Yeah, I mean, they just needed someone to make a difference. An individual whose effort will be rewarded in a round for ENCE. They will take absolutely anything they can get. It's not really going to affect Monte too much in terms of they can fully buy in towards the next and, well, this and the next. Still got plenty of money to work with for Monte. They're fine. A little bit of a hiccup. Allowing Maden too much space to work with. Like I said, nothing flashy, nothing spectacular from him. Just, you know, clean. Not giving up too much space. Once again now, looking over towards A. 3 players here as well, but it's a very passive setup from Monte. Some players hoping and expecting an overextension.
Well, you get put in this position, don't you, of, you know, hidden advantage. Blessing in disguise is the phrase for it. Monte can shut down into this round, eliminate most of the players. Very hard to save on this map. So that would bring the economy events way, way down and probably see Monte picking up a couple off the back of just one. More bang for your buck. So I think they would deem this round more important than the previous. It looks like an attempt at the A split. Going to go for the mid control. Diha not really around. They do have the AWP of some Pius out. Valde gets traded on the frontal attack. The AWP has been scared off. A little bit of tag damage onto Boros. Some Pius doesn't really know where to look. And with that mid-control, Monte have got great ideas here. Snappi, though, on the edge of the smoke, going to drop the bomb, and a missed shot from Warrow means there's no chance of recovering it. It's all gone pear-shaped for Monte. It's all gone pear-shaped. Boros still alive. He's capable of anything. We've already seen that so far. In this one, I think a dink lands there through the wall, through the scaffold. Still all the same. It's just going to be kRaSnaL left. Can't get anything, and that'll be the 3rd round for ENCE.
Hoshiro, that's better. That's more like it from ENCE as well. A little bit more clean. Well, convincing as well. And that's just nice to see this side actually competing when the start of this game was pretty brutal from them. Now they can start building on this, using this as a catalyst to further success. Start a snowball effect and a bit of a momentum in their favor as well. Finally, we get to, well, speaking a bit of a positive note, it's been a while since we've seen some niceties coming out from ENCE, but that is much, much better. Question now, can they continue? Of course, no open play on the other side. That'll give them a slight advantage. Some players still being very quiet right now. Great nading towards mid, but no kill as of just yet.
kRaSnaL looking to activate quickly in on the aggressive move. They've got a lot of bodies on this CT side ready to go. Through smokes they will go. The trade is in. Some Pius on the AWP as well. Standing strong. And SDY falls, drops that bomb. Just trying to send it on the Monte side. Really playing thick and fast, testing the water with it maybe. Warrow, meanwhile, has got himself a quick flank. Could be deadly here. They're not too far away from him. They're not really considering it either. Maden. Oh, backing into him here. Very awkward indeed. Going to drop down on top of him, actually. Warrow comes in for the double. Not ready for the AWP, but the AWP misses its shot. Back in for another chance. Just got to buy time for that rotation to come in. Warrow maybe goes down a bit too fast. Snappi into the 1v1. DemQQ, meanwhile, and all this carnage has crept out onto the A-bomb site. We'll get the plant at the head of the fish. And looking to win out a big 1v1 here for Monte. Another impossible round pulled off by an individual, but DemQQ, he's got to make Warrow's flank worthwhile, not let Warrow die in vain. The bomb planted very open indeed. Snappi has full utility for this and a kit. Good idea of where to look, where DemQQ could be coming from. DemQQ spots him out, tags him down to half. Tap onto the bomb. Doesn't find him. There's not a lot of time here for Snappi. Got to find this kill fast. He does. I don't know that there's going to be enough time for the defuse.
He does.
It's awfully close. It looks like he's got it just in the nick of time. And a big 4th round for ENCE.
Yeah, sigh of relief, isn't it, right? I mean, that's another round. Again, you're looking at that and thinking, I mean, realistically, from the start, Monte shouldn't have been in a position to win that. And credit DemQQ as well. He actually makes it possible when it really shouldn't have been plausible. But ENCE, all that they care about is chipping away at that deficit, slowly but surely putting rounds on the board. That's the only positive note that they're really going to care about at all. So we're not really minding too much. A pause will be called. I think it's probably actually a good time as well. Right now, it's not exactly looking good anymore for Monte. They've started to slowly, I guess, lose control over what was such a, you know, a wealth of a lead built up and a dominant start to this game. Granted, off the back of kind of tech issues and frustrations on ENCE side. But either way, they use that to their advantage, but now they're losing said advantage. They need to make sure they put up a dominant T side. Like we said, this map generally and statistically seen in favor of the T side as of kind of the first few months of it being in the active competitive map pool. Monte know how important it is taking a good T side.
Trying to pick up the pace once again. In towards mid especially. We know that control of this area is so important, and Monte really battling for it in the past few rounds. Up shot from Sumpire springs out. Pretty true there. Dihar going to help his teammate out. Or looking crisp against the ecos. Really solid kills, and just going to be down to DemQQ. Not a single frag comes in. ENCE closing the gap nice and fast.
Yeah, slight half buy as well. Absolutely no use out of it. You might see it off here as well. DemQQ just gets timing in his favor. Snappi seems to be aware. A delabored spray, and he will get punished for it, thankfully, I guess. Dihar will be able to add to already his impressive tally in this round. And AK picked up as well. And generally speaking as well, Monte, 57% of the time, or 57% of their rounds, may I say, come on that T side. So they are generally a bit more of a T side team on this map. And if they allow ENCE to go in towards the half at, I don't know, anything more than a 9-6, I get a little bit concerned. Just a tad. Well, we'll have to see. Like we said, though, I mean, Monte are still yet to lose an official on this map, while for ENCE, they've only played it twice. So, definitely more doable. The individual starting to come online as well, like some bias.
Yeah, he was very quiet in the early rounds, actually. Really was struggling. The 6-1 scoreline from Monte. Saving their bacon at the moment. That does mean it's been 4 in a row for ENCE. They are stuck for ideas, the tier 2 masterminds of this map. Some early nadage on towards that A-bomb site, but not an awful lot of anything really. They're again looking to posture mid, but this time later on into the round.
Yeah, very, very slow now. What's the plan here for Monte? It's looking like want to fish over towards B. Maden will try and take a little bit of early control. Molotov of his own, ready, cocked and waiting. The second that smoke dissipates, he can drop and fall back. And that continues to tick down the clock as Valdo coming behind.
Big frag. Maden on the AUG as well, an interesting weapon that we're seeing. Well, it's getting used on this map. Don't know if it'll become the norm, but it certainly does seem that because of how compact the map is, the AUG can be pretty deadly with that one-shot potential up close. Might see it quite a lot in places like Danger. I think that's what Alan Hender likes calling it.
Okay.
I like E-Box. Pivotal area, though. However, Warrior going to take his head clean off. Scope or not, Warrior's got the aim. There's only 10 seconds left in the round, though. What's happened here now? I completely lost track of time, and it seems like Monte have done the same. They're nowhere near any bomb site.
Honestly, I mean, early doors, they just went for a kind of an odd call just to pump the brakes and stop. It was slightly kind of questionable when you see what the idea was, right? They tried to take that control in towards, you know, the con or hieroglyphs or whatever you want to call it, over towards that B site. When the util comes down and we're getting, you know, under the 1 minute mark, already Monte is starting to think, okay, well, what's the next plan of action? Do we then go and try and test the waters and retake mid? Well, that's quite risky because we no longer have double doors control, so we can't really have any secure information over that way. We have no pathway over towards A that's comfortable. And, you know, the time just keeps ticking and Monte just give it up. You know, the nice thing is it's not really expensive because they only lose one, being that of DemQQ, but either way, it's not exactly a dream by any means. And of course, with all of them remaining alive after time for Monte, they don't have any money to work with, so they can't even drop DemQQ. He's just forced into a Tech 9 into this round. It's a very weird round by Monte, and you can kind of probably assume that they, you know, had some sort of plan of action set from the start in terms of what they were going to do. And the second it falls flat, which I'm assuming was actually looking over towards that B site from water, the second it falls flat, they're just clueless. They just didn't know how to mid-round to find any success, and they sort of just give it up.
Yeah, certainly a strange one to say the least, but we'll see how the follow-up rounds look. They've taken this time out, clearly have got an idea with it. Looks to be Fast Canals control, move in towards A. Big nade does land there onto a couple members, but they're going for a very quick contact A play here with a number of flashes to come round, I would imagine. In they go. Flash is pretty sound to scare the AWP off. Valde goes mental through the smoke. Some Pius good for one. Maybe needed more out of him. Dihar, though, 15 and 7 right now. Absolutely unstoppable. Somehow pulls that kill off. And he's going to finish the round as well. Dihar, how has he gotten away with that? I thought he was dead to rights with that nade in hand. Nonetheless, ENCE continue to win. What a monster.
Yeah, Dihar. This guy is feeling it right now. He's come off to the tech pause looking cracked. 17 and 7. He currently stands. And Monte just can't seem to face him. They cannot win these Angels. Every time they've tried over towards A or even towards mid, Dia's got other ideas and he continues to shut it down. Wonderful work. Just pistols for Monte in towards round number 14. 1 Mach 10 is their saving grace in Boros' hands. It's a half investment. A lot of money in towards the 15th and final. But ENCE look like they're about to lock themselves into a guaranteed lead at the half. And now they know they have to be going over towards A.
Yeah, the confidence is coming back. It certainly took a little while, but we'll see another A burst. Valde hidden in behind the pillar. Not going to get checked at all here. They've all run past him. And he gets away with 2. Nobody checks that right-hand side. Monte, things are falling apart as Maden just makes sure that the House of Cards comes crumbling down. Lovely stuff here. Number 8 in for ENCE. And this is more of what we were expecting from this side. That is for sure.
Yeah, this is the ENCE that we should have seen yesterday, you know, against Honorus. This is the ENCE that we'd expect in this level of competition where, you know, there's a wide gap in terms of HLTV rating and, you know, the caliber of opponents they regularly play against. This is ENCE. That is stunning stuff. I gotta say, though, Monte's entry path in there was pretty abysmal. How they're not cleared Valor in towards sight. I mean, that pillar is such a common angle. Even Util being dropped there and dumped there is such a common playstyle. You don't even think to clear him. And I think this is showing to me, Scriv. They're getting nervous now. Monte are really starting to overthink, overcomplicate, and ENCE are just running riot. They're rent-free.
Yep. Seems they can't brute force it as well at this level of competition as they can usually. And I think we did see that a lot of these fast rounds getting shut down, but usually the one opening pick on a speedy A take has been quite effective against tier 2 competition. Not so much here, though.
Want to test him. D is ready.
Okay. Big frag from Boros. Not sure where we go from here. Valde, there's a boost up coming in. They've spotted him, but somehow not taking him down. He gets 1 through the smoke. Maden is so good on these flanks right now. kRaSnaL with 2 to clear out the A bomb site. So brings it into a 2-on-2, but they've got the bomb control at mid. Maden with a well-timed Molotov going to keep them at bay. Quick flank coming in from Snappi that's not been worked on, not been ready for that at all. 9-6 at the turn of the half, and ENCE with a stellar CT side.
Yeah, I've got to say, that is seriously impressive. We're going to throw us on to a quick break when we are back. Second half on the way. ENCE, they have turned things around. We'll see in a moment. Welcome back. Second half about to get underway. It's 9-6 in favor of ENCE of what started pretty badly. 6-1 in favor of Monte. ENCE went 8 in a row. What an end to the half for them, Scriff.
Yeah, really incredible stuff, to be fair. It seemed like they got Monte's number at one point and then just did not stop ringing. Either way, let's see what their T-side looks like. It is supposed to be more T-sided at the moment. They've gone for a mid-take here. And this is looking pretty deadly, to be fair. kRaSnaL does answer onto the first. Some pious. Whoa, trades out. SDY, though. Crisp on the USP. So it's the man advantage for that CT side. DemQQ support is on the way for him in the form of Waro. Another head falling here. Monte looking to get off to a good start. Diha has been an absolute beast. Valde not far behind him on the Glock. Ah, but they can't get it done, and it's Boros who nails both of them. And that will be the pistol going the way of Monte. No bomb plant as well.
Yeah, it's going to mean as well. Money, not exactly a dream for ENCE. I was about to say, I don't actually want to see them forcing towards this, because I always think forcing is really where we don't get a bomb plant. I don't really think it's worth it. But ENCE are going to do that. Picking up themselves in towards a few pistols. A whole host of utility, which is good. It means that even if they get towards a bomb going down, they can set up a post plant with that util. It's going to be very, very difficult. ENCE, while they've done so well, 8 in a row, you know, to get to this position where now they're expecting a double digit off the back of pistols is going to be pretty brutal. This can allow Monte to potentially get back in towards this game.
Slowly but surely, ENCE making their way up towards A through Banana here. They go for the A execute. Follow up with those pistols. Let's see how it looks. Flash to come round. Snappi with a second in just a moment here. Yeah, FAMAS flashed off. In comes the MP9. Not good at this range. Does only find one, but they are very ready for the A hit on the side of Monte. Not a chance. And it's just Maden who is in that sort of more lurking position, who is left looking to find some damage if he can. But they are ready on the CT side. So many FAMASs, you know, so many rifles to fight at range.
Yeah.
Double Peak comes in to take him down, and there's Monte with another.
Yeah, it sort of goes back to what I was saying prior to this round. I don't like the call to full buy-in when you haven't got a bomb plant. It just doesn't give you any sort of stability in terms of your economy. And there's a prime example, because now we go in towards this next round for ENCE. Don't have too much to bring to the table, and it doesn't fill me with joy. If they had ecoed there, or, just paid off the back of a low buy, they would have had money in towards this one, regardless of bomb plant or not. And they could have, at the very, kind of worst case scenario, had Galil's armor, utility to work with, even a few AKs, and it would have been a much better buy and actually been able to compete. But look at this. I mean, this should be an absolute massacre, realistically, in towards me. There's nothing these guys can do. Just pistols. You two will see him off as well, most importantly. And some Pius and Valda left all alone.
Well, Valda has a little chance with the Deagle. Nade going to finish him off, though. Not quite. Flanked. Okay. I was hoping for a Valda 1D, but we do not get it. All even Stevens then. This is looking pretty good. And I don't know. They've got to watch themselves here. This is Monte looking scary again.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is actually some pretty decent play early doors right now. There's a lot to be happy about for Monte, especially after what was a real period of being just rough. For Monte, they lost 8 consecutive rounds at 6-1 up. 6 is all they got at the half. I mean, it's a horrible scenario for them mentally. Their morale as well, really brutal. So them to find success when he thought pretty good, but Waro gets chopped early. That's really good from D as he continues his reign. But it's quick trades and the numbers brought level once again.
Looking towards B. And Monte thinking a little more that it might just be A1. Smoke comes in though, and that's going to call for the rotations immediately. Nice little execute here from ENCE. What can they get done with it? Molotov doesn't meet the mark on that CT side. kRaSnaL is here, but can't really stop them from coming in. SDY ready with the nade for when the plant comes round. And ENCE very slow. Here it is, though. Double nade as well coming in. Could be massive. It is. It drops Snappi, but not before he gets the bomb down. A good find from DemQQ on the AWP. We'll leave it all down to D-Hard. If there's anyone that could do it, maybe it's this guy. Unfortunately, not the case. Monte going to find the lead now.
That was an opportunity, wasn't it? And the fact that it's not worked in their favor, and now we can start leading the other way. Monte, 100% win rate on this map. 7 times they've played it, 7 times they've won. ENCE looking to break that streak, and it was looking like they're on the road to breaking said streak. And now things go back to where we start being, a couple of question marks come through. Of course, bomb plot means that they can once again rebuy in. No problems asked. But it started so well. Warrior gets picked off early doors. They go for trades over towards the B site, but it just crumbles in the post plant. And Monte are happy with those numbers staying alive and building up a wealth of a seat-side economy. And AKs have been picked up as well. Voro, open hand. Sunday Young taking face here, but he should be okay through the smoke.
Does have to be a bit careful. A stray one might make it into his noggin. But he's away for now. ENCE will be really looking to try and pick the round back up, I would imagine. Monte, like we've said, momentum is really important to this team. Confidence really important to this team. And so far, they are swimming in it on the CT side.
August very quiet now as well for ENCE. They've sort of realized they're in a position where they don't have that much map control or most importantly information on the CT setups. Not to play it. Here's going to be a takeover towards B. In comes that close utility. Made from kRaSnaL as well to try and deny a bit of that pressure, and it does do some significant damage.
Big molly lands. Boros. Dangerous place for him to be in once again. Flash through the smoke there from the CT side to try and mix things up. Does not work out. SDY in all the mess. What can he get done? Only one. There's no trades back here from the CT side. A nice little pack mentality type round from ENCE to give them control of B.
Things going to get dicey. 1 versus 4. And for Warrior, of course, he wants nothing to do with this. Saving that AWP in play. Yes, they've got money to work with in the long term, but Warrior specifically doesn't. That AWP has to be ticked over. And he should be okay saved from here. It's looking like they're really not going to, take face his way. Monte again. Starting to feel a little bit of that pressure. Since we've seen full buys come out from ENCE, they can make something of this. If ENCE take Anubis, this whole series goes up in jeopardy for Monte, because we know both sides don't mind a nuke, but if ENCE are confident enough to pick into nuke against Monte, got to have something up their sleeve. I want to say that yesterday against Honorus, when they lost, it was, a flash in the pan, a bad day out with tech issues and all the rest. And they think they are, capable of taking on a Monte side. So Monte should be a little bit worried. If they go in towards map number 2 with a loss under their belt, this could be very, very worrying signs. Maybe the last we see them in the IEM Brazil closed qualifiers. But we're all tied square. Once again, full buys out both ways. Of course, both sides actually, in terms of long-term economy, not really struggling too much. So there still is a bit of stability there.
Speedy round coming in from both sides here. Snappi going to win the head of the first. Does get traded out, but that's got to be good for the T side. We kind of know what's up now. SDY going to find a big frag, though, onto Maden. Decent nade damage here from DemQQ, you would imagine. But again, kind of letting down. There's a lot of spots like that on this map. Make the HEs less than useful. All the same, it's Monte finding a man advantage off of this early aggression. Oh, and another re-aggress coming in. 2 players pushing through A. D-Har, crispy as you like. We'll bring it back into a 3-on-3. Maybe not the move when you're already a man up. He's going to stick around as well. Only good for the 1 SDY. I don't know about these moves, man. They're very, very risky. And leaving the A-bomb site, especially vulnerable. Waro should have a sitter in just a second. Valde walks straight into him. Not expecting him to be there at all. And now it's just D-Har.
Flash coming out. 1 versus 2. If anyone's going to do it on this side, D-Har would be the man. He has been pretty crisp today. 22 and 12. But he can't boss the first test. kRaSnaL see him off. Just like that. Monte reclaim a lead. Small, slim lead, but they'll take it all the same. For ENCE as well. They haven't been able to fully get a grasp of this T side on Anubis. It's a map in which it's definitely in its earlier iterations has just felt a little bit weighted over towards that T side, and events can start to build that in their favor. That's when we start to feel a little bit alright. But for now, timeout called. 3rd out of 4th, you're used by Monte. DemQQ has money to work with, so they should be okay. Full buy coming up both ways. Some Pius back in towards the orb, but we're still really yet to see him have the impact that we're hoping for. Single digits right now. He's been a bit quiet.
Well, moving back into the action now, I would like to see some Pius. He had kind of a quiet one yesterday as well. Really problematic for the side of ENCE. They thought that they'd picked up an AWPer who could match a bit better. Maybe he's only better on LAN, to be fair. That was always the case with Movistar Riders. Very big LAN team. We'll see them. We'll see. Monte in the lead. Looking comfortable here as well. SDY going for a drop down, or is he just biding his time? Not quite sure.
Some Pius. Oh, that's a missed shot. That's a crucial one. He had to hit that. It's a great flash as well, which nets kRaSnaL 1, but only. Quick trade from Maden.
Boros, in he goes. Oh, he's so smart with moves like that. He was nearly up for the 2. Didn't quite get it. D-Har going to fall trying to escape, I think. Monte are just relentless with this aggression on Anubis. You can maybe see why they've got so many wins on it. It's just because they play around their individuals. Their individuals are unafraid. They pull off some really aggressive stuff. How they do it, I think, is baffling quite a few people, especially those on the server. Nonetheless, a man advantage ensues for Monte.
Things go, well, very sort of quiet off the back of it. Right now, Monte happy display the numbers in an advantage. Molotov will come over as well. Denies a standard plant, and Waro trying to hope they overextend and wrap back around. Then he can get a pick. Time's ticking. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. They need to make a decision now, ENCE.
One plan coming in. Waro trying to spam away, but unfortunately cannot land anything. He was a few inches off of it. They do have this very early flank, though. DemQQ able to take out Valde. All going to be on towards Snappi. He's not doing too bad, 14 to 11. Very unlucky there as he looks away. But that's the way that we expected that round to go. Monte had them caged in. And unfortunately, they could not battle their way out. Now in the lead by 2.
Yeah, it's a good round. It's a good round from Monte. A nice little setup there coming through as well. Waro starting to really find his form with the AWP in hands. And when Waro starts getting rolling, that's when you do have to be a little bit cautious. Especially once again, I hate to kind of badger on this point a little bit, but when the AWP counterpart on the other side is being quiet, that really makes it, Waro's impact individually all the more better. Either way, 2-round lead, bit of a buffer built up. This time, some biasing towards just an AK. And then potentially one of their last 4 buys for a little while. They've got nothing left in the back pocket. They don't find around here, or at least a bomb plant, and Money's going to really struggle.
Early mollies. Giving the game away. Ooh, going to be hurt as well. So, bit of information off the back of them. SDY, though, chilling inside the smoke. Nearly gets taken down, actually. Left on 48 HP. As the rest of that T side prodding and poking with the utility. They're going to make moves on towards the B-bomb site. kRaSnaL. All ready to go. It's actually Boros who gets it through the smoke. But all the same, that information was there. Valde trying to get cheeky. And it does not come off for him. So now a 5-on-4 that ENCE have got to try and recover.
Yeah, it's rough, Marseille. We were kind of saying earlier, right? For ENCE, they did a good job of kind of getting this back in their favor. 8 consecutive rounds. Fantastic on the CT side. It's gone on towards their T side. Only been 1, and it's been, inconsistent success. kRaSnaL step up with Maden falling, takes a chunk of A damage, and some Pies could double down, which he does. Can he make it a third? The answer is yes. Does he expect war already and waiting? And like ships in the night, they walk past each other, and some Pies makes it work. It's all on DemQQ.
Not out of the question for this guy to get it done. He's trying to isolate them while they're getting that bomb down. Not going to happen for him. Snappi on 10, Dihar on 76. Oh, Snappi with the angle, though. Cleans up. Beautiful stuff coming in as ENCE will find number 11. Really, really solid indeed. And a massive round from Sunpius in particular.
Yeah, we waited for him. We were begging and asking for this guy to step up. And, if he does, that's when things become very interesting. Potentially even flip the other way. And now there's the case. It's great little 4K from him as well. Especially that one through the smoke on towards Waro. An important kill, which changes the tempo and the tide just a little bit. Finally, ENCE finding more success on their T side. They can make a consecutive success. This will really, really affect Monte, of course, because they themselves, economically, aren't doing fantastic. Lose this, even if it, if ENCE were to lose the round but pick up kind of 3 kills, Monte would still struggle to comfortably buy in towards the next. I mean, even still, they're forced into a double FAMAS in this round.
Yeah, scarily dangerous, isn't it? All hanging on the precipice here. Hence, this is where the big game experience comes in on maps like this. Waro with a contact in towards danger. Oh, Snappi is just around the corner. He's coming in with some support as well. They might try and give this one a go. The AWP is deadly on this map. Waro looks away. Could that be the perfect timing? I don't know that he's going to go for the repeat, actually. Volleyed off. Nade into the corner, but there's no one there. It's an AWP trained on the angle. They have to get the timing of all this perfect. Flash goes round outside the main smoke. Oh, and kRaSnaL can't find anything. Sunpius takes him down. Boros will take Snappi. Dihar, though, looking for a double. DemQQ's on the flank. This is an absolute bloodbath. Waro with the AWP is still alive in here. Bomb flank comes in. Maden takes his head clean off, and now an advantage through for that T side. It's short-lived. They're able to get into decent post-plant positions. Maden, the smoke hits him, and the bullets also find him through said smoke. It's all going to be onto Sunpius. Massive round in the previous on the rifle. Needs to find a massive round here, but with the AWP, waiting for them to come to him. Planted nice and open. They're going to go for a double peek, and they're able to find him just about. And the defuse will come. Ooh, it's again a little close, but I think SDY has got it here for number 13.
Oh, is this going to be close? Yeah, he does have it, but my gosh, it does get to like another finer margins. Lovely little double swing coming through as well. They very, very nearly lined up, I gotta say. So the matters, if it was an AK, I think it might be a different story. Some players could have seen it off. If the AWP don't, unfortunately, not to be. Fourth and final tack pause used by Monte. No more left in the chamber. So they're banking on this being successful in their favor. Of course, the bomb plant keeps things okay for the T-side. Dia can invest in towards an AK. Armor, bit of utility. No problems asked. I do have question marks over towards the TT side, though. What are they going to go for? Sunday Young, his buy going to be pretty dicey. Same for kRaSnaL, where they might limit or be limited in terms of utility. And that is the case. Yeah, so full buy coming out. It's just the util that really Monte lack here. Everything is looking good for them aside from that, which may make a retake situation all the more tougher. We'll have to wait and see. Now, heading into our next round, round 25, with ENCE in a position where we've got to say this is starting to get quite dicey. A map in which kind of looked like it was swinging in their favor, now slipping from their grasp. They need to be careful.
Yeah, Monte have really put on a clinic here on the CT side. Once they've started to figure it out, they've found some really clean rounds. And the thing is as well, you know, again, Nuke coming up next. No pushovers on that map. If they can get the confidence to beat ENCE and get in their heads, then we really could be in for a series. SDY is not afraid. A dry peek onto Dihar, big name to drop early on. Oh, and they're just going for dry swings here on both sides of the equation. Boros tagged down low. The AWP of Waro in action. Maden, I think, was after the AWP and found kRaSnaL somehow. They're going in on this one. Smoke execute. The bullets are so close there for Boros, but he doesn't want to risk it, and he was right not to risk it. On the way out, gets taken down. Maden getting cheeky through the smoke. Just hiding inside it, actually. All the same, they are ready. Oh, and I think a shadow maybe spotted there. DemQQ trying to find him. Can't do so. It's going to be a move to save for Monte.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it has to be done, right? Monte, like we said, for them, it was always going to be a really weird buy, and especially if they were ever put in that situation where they needed to retake, their utility would be lacking. And that's what we see here. They just can't do it. Numbers don't favor them. Util doesn't. At the very least, they've got 3 weapons to work with, so they should have... It's going to be janky either way. Maybe they can drop over the likes of like an MP9 or FAMAS. I think dropping towards M4 is pretty much out of the question. Yeah, and it will be. Maybe Waro can drop over the likes of an MP9. But again, they'd still struggle in terms of util. It's a question of do they full buy around this, right? Do they try and go for a big, hefty investment, or do they just all stick around that kind of somewhere in the region of 2K and see what they can do with it? But no, in comes the full buy. The drop's coming over. Again, they're doubling down on what is a rough buy to work with and hoping that they can just net themselves a man advantage. When they do that, then they can play the trade game. And that's where ENCE start to feel the pressure a little bit. But they're looking like it's going to go the complete distance. These two sides, at this stage, now they're alive and kicking, they're inseparable.
SDY, first line. Oh, able to get away, but misses out on the opportunity to maybe take a frag with him. They're going to look to chase him down here as well. There's an edge on the smoke that allows them to do that. DemQQ, we maybe need him to pop off. He drops the bomb, going to buy some good time. Needed another head, though. Valde takes him down, and now a 4 versus 3 ensuing. A tag from the AWP, a finish from the AWP. Snappi smart to hold the smoke. ENCE getting it done here in round... Oh, number 25. Either way, I've put them together there. It's 26. Anyway, kRaSnaL, he's going to find a big double here. Brings it down to a 2v1. How has this occurred? What is going on? Absolute madness in on the A bomb site. A complete mess from both sides, but somehow the MP9 finds the gaps, and it'll be Waro to finish the round off. Monte move up to 14.
Yeah, honestly, that looked like ENCE going to see it off, and you kind of have a little bit of a faith in saying, well, D has been fantastic, so maybe D here can do it. Well, no. Once again, a 2-round lead, a bit of a buffer zone between these sides built up, but most importantly, it's Monte 2 rounds away from taking map number 1, their pick, Anubis, heading in towards Nuke, their third favorite map, second most played map as well for Monte. So they're a fan of it. They're no stranger at all. Hence, they need to be careful. I gotta say, I am ever so slightly concerned now for this side. And a timeout called, understandably so. ENCE got 2 more left in the pocket if they need. But 2 more rounds is all that Monte need. This could become very, very uncomfortable. Of course, over towards Monte for them. FAMAS in play for DemQQ. I'm assuming Waro has an AWP dropped down somewhere. I'm going to go under the assumption he has an AWP somewhere. Some players, of course, will invest into one himself. Now, D has been fantastic from the get-go. Maybe a little bit quiet in these last few rounds, but generally speaking, he has been the difference maker towards ENCE. So we're looking at him to once again pull them out of the rough.
Yep. Very quiet at the start of this round. It's a bit uncharacteristic for both sides, especially with the last round. Flash comes around, going to blind. Yorper. Or has to be careful not to give his position away too much. Nice nade will take Valde down ever so slightly. But this is all quiet. This is a round 27 that hangs in the balance. If ENCE lose it, this map probably goes against them. And you can definitely feel that energy in the air.
Rotating back over. Bit of util being dumped as well. Monte. Bit more hefty presence over towards the B side. This might be the right call. Enter doubling that bomb back over towards B. There's 3 players here. 1 in quick rotation. This could get uncomfortable. kRaSnaL spots 1. Does that force ENCE to rethink their ideas? It's looking like no.
Probably the slowest round of the game that we've had so far. ENCE just looking to wind the clock down and hope that they can all crack the individuals. Speaking of, though, big frag. Going to keep that one player in towards danger at bay. Monte looking good then. They're very ready for the B hit to come in here. Flash will go round. A couple of them, in fact. Oh, no. kRaSnaL getting blinded. Waro doesn't get blinded, though. Boros will hold his line. They are getting mowed down. Sun Pius knows he can't get this done. He's going to move away to try and save the AWP, and that might just be the game, folks. Even saving's going to be tough for him. The chase is on. The Benny Hill theme plays. And he's going to make it out of there. Oh, I don't know. In a coffin, I think. Time goes down as well. This is really bad.
Yeah.
He's going to fall. I think that was inevitable. It was just a question of how many he took with him. Either way, 15 for Monte.
And the important thing about that kill is that it's after time, right? It just means that some players there's nothing. There's just nothing he can do. And there's really nothing ENCE have to work with. Screw, this is dire. I mean, they've got 2 more attack pauses. I'd probably like to see another one called, but they aren't going to do that. They are just going to fully invest in. AK and a Galil is all they have in terms of rifles, ENCE. And supported by a Tech 9, a P250, and a Deagle. This feels like the nails being banged in towards the coffin, and there's only 1 more left.
Yep. Really not looking too good here for the ENCE side. Took us a while to get here, but Monte look like they're going to clean up this first map pretty easily. Time will indeed tell. And as I said, big game experience really comes up in moments like this. 3 rounds, it's not an awful lot, is it, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things. ENCE have their work cut out. Snappi, though, on the entry. He's continued to look decent on this map. You know, Boros, though, in towards jail is solid. Of course he is. These are the moments where this young gun really does tend to pop off. He's found 2, looking to survive. SDY drops the bomb. The rotations are already in nice and fast. They don't have to get giddy. They're 4v2 with a bomb hitting the deck. Should be all she wrote for this. Nade does decent damage. Bomb plank going to come through. They have that at the very least, but one of these 2 players needs to pop off. 2 of the louder fraggers for ENCE for sure, but this is a monumental task. Snappi has a nice little off angle. Good for 1 if they don't clear him properly. SDY is going to do so, though. It's all down to D-Heart on a Galil to keep it rolling. Does find 2. His best effort, but it's not enough. 16-12 will be the ending scoreline, and Monte have opened this series right up with the first map going their way.
That makes them 8-4-8. I mean, credit to them, to Monte. That is seriously... It's great work, right? We're seeing this Monte side, you know, be able to dominate a map, not only now in just tier 2 opponents, but we're seeing them do it on a bit more grandiose scale. ENCE, you know, in the upper echelons, in tier 1 or tier 1.5 or however you want to put it. They're a top-level side, and Monte have taken the distance and won when it mattered most. This opens the series up. It was like I was saying earlier.